How's it going, everybody? Today is our Halloween episode. Ooh, so spooky, little spooky guy. I'm very excited about this one because I love Halloween. It is my favorite holiday. And today, for Halloween, we're gonna be ranking the spookiest characters of all time on a tier list based on spook. All right, today I'm dressed up as Wolverine because it's a little bit silly, spooky, a little bit spooky, fun time.
So, Weekend Axel here. I am editing this right now, and I would like to comment, yes, my hair is different, as you can clearly see, but I would stay till the end because we did a full Wolverine transformation like a day or two later, and I'm going to put it at the end because it was really fun, and it turned out really good. So you know how my hair looks really dorky in this? Because it's not like Wolverine. It's because I didn't cut it yet. So we're not going to totally ball tease you. All right, I'll show you what I look like, and it is at the end. So stay tuned.
By the way, if you want to become the real Mr. President, subscribe down below. And if you don't, let's get started. Get out of here, Fred Meyer. Aw, man, why is there so many ads today? Why are so many ads? Come on, man. Starting off, we got the Invisible Man from Hotel Transylvania. I couldn't think of the name. I know what it is. If I'm ranking this based on spook, he's a little bit spooky. I think he's not super spooky. Like, if I saw him in the daytime, I wouldn't be that scared. But he's still scary. Like, depending on the time, if it's nighttime, that's horrifying. Could be scarier. That's my official ranking. Invisible Man, just not scary enough. All right, let's go to the kids from A Nightmare Before Christmas. So I'm actually terrified of kids, but these ones in particular are kind of adorable. I'm going between could be scarier and hardly even scary because they're scary. Like, they did some scary stuff in the movie, that's for sure. But like, on average, I don't think they're that actually, that one's got a fucked up looking face. Could be scarier. On to our next one. The House from Monster House. This shit is terrifying. I already know my ranking. That shit is spooky. As a little kid, that terrified me. It was the worst. All right, I love that movie. It is so funny. But like, actually, the scenes inside of the house are terrifying. Like, if that happened to me, I would shit myself. No doubt about it. It's oozing. We're cruising. So I guess that's all I have to say about that. Shrunken Head from Beetlejuice. He is spooky. Here's the thing. It's a funny movie. Like, if that same exact guy was in a scary movie, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, he is scary. Look at that guy. He's terrifying. I don't even know how to feel about it. I'm gonna say he's creepy. It's like, he could be scarier, sure, but he is creepy. Like, if you just saw that with nothing else was spooky in the room, and then you saw that guy, like, out of the spooky characters, he's not that scary. But when you see him alone on his own, he's actually terrifying. He's very scary. Like, if he was next to the little ghost, he's not that scary. But if he's on his own, it's a spook-tastrophe. Not spooky, but creepy. All right, same movie, Beetlejuice, but the smoking guy. He is creepy. I'm gonna put him in the same exact tier list. Both Tim Burton characters, both pretty dang spooky, but like, he's a little bit too charred to be terrifying. I feel like he would crumble before he really gets to me. That being said, if that wasn't lit like a sitcom, I bet I would be peeing myself a little bit. Okay, the ghost from Ghostbusters. Ooh, okay, that shit is hardly even scary. I'm not gonna lie. I used it as reference for why the other guy wasn't scary, but he's not that scary. Look at his teeth. Look at those fucked up looking teeth. He looks like a dog. He looks like a little pug boy. He looks like if a Who was a ghost. He's not that scary. I think he's gonna be hardly even scary. Like, it would still scare me, you know? But it's not that scary. It's hardly even scary. Okay, this is a special one. We were movie hunting one night, and we found this 1970s film called It's Alive, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, it's called It's Alive, and it's about this evil looking, fucked up, mutated baby. All right, this shit was scary. Like, the movie wasn't scary because it was horrible. It was terribly made. But this baby, look at it. Every time I showed it, I was like, oh, because it was scary. Like, that is scary. Look at that guy. He's all fucked up. Your brain looks like Megamind with none of the charm. He's definitely spooky, 100%. That guy is spooky old spooky guy. I don't like him. And he could get drop kicked. He's one of those babies I just don't like. Okay, this is a classic. And I can't see his face, but I'm assuming this is Jason Voorhees. He's really not that scary, man. Like, he's a murderer, but like, this is a spooky list. He's not spooky. He's just like, ugh, I should probably get away from this guy with a machete. It's just his outfit's not there. It looks nothing like this one. I would spin all the way around, but my cord got caught. Anyways, what am I thinking? What's next? He's hardly even scary. It's hard to find an adorable one, though. As I just said that, here is Casper the Friendly Ghost. So he's oh wait, we have 2 Caspers on this list. I didn't delete it. It's okay though. Casper the Friendly Ghost is a friendly guy. He's honestly just a really nice guy. I let him take my daughter out on a date, assuming that he didn't die for any freaky reason. Michael Myers. Same as Jason. Those are literally like the same person with a different mask. Like Jason's actually scarier than Michael Myers. Michael Myers is literally a murderer with a funny looking mask. Jason at least is like a zombie. Like he's got something spooky going for him. I guess I forgot about that when I ranked him. But still, he's not that scary. They go in the same category. They're just dudes with knives. I don't know how they're such iconic movies. It's really just dudes with knives and a funny mask. Speaking of dudes with a funny mask, I wish this motherfucker had a mask. Look at this horrible guy. This is Pennywise the Clown. I have a weird opinion. I think that the 80s one's actually way scarier. The new one, it might just be the movie, but the new one is like more generically scary. The old one was like actually creepy. Like when I think of scary clown, I think of the old one because it's just a genuine, like it's just a literal clown with all the powers of it. Like he is, plus he's kind of charming, which makes him terrifying. Like the 80s one is, I'm gonna show a clip really quick.
You like it down there?
You'll never have to grow up.
Just absolutely uncalled for. It's scary. I was terrified of the new one when I was a little kid, but it's mostly because I'd already seen the old one when I was a little kid, and that terrified me. And the new one upon rewatch is just not that spooky. Like it's spooky a little bit, but it too is not even kind of scary. It's really just, He's gonna go in spooky because of the 80s one. I saw this video that was like explaining, or it did like a exact description from the book, and it was basically the 80s one with the new one's outfit. So I did kind of like that, and it makes sense because he's an older clown. But genuinely, I kind of like the colors. Like the little bit of charm he has really creeps me the hell out. Anyways, on to the next one. That's way too long. Okay, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is just adorable. He's a smoking hot guy with a smoking hot personality. I'm not even scared of this guy. He's really just quite handsome and quite charming. Okay, here is just a classic skeleton. This seems to be the skeleton from the Spooky Scary Skeletons music video. However, it was meant to just be any old skeleton, because that skeleton was silly goofy, but we're just ranking a genuine skeleton. Here's the thing, an alive skeleton is terrifying. Like a skeleton's creepy, sure, but an alive one, it don't even got ligaments or joints to help it move. Well, it's got joints. It doesn't have cartilage in the joints to really help it, wander around. No muscles. That's magic. If there's a skeleton walking around, that's some spooky magic going on. That's going in creepy. It's not super spooky, but it's certainly creepy. This is a ghoul. Ghoul. I have ghoul and zombie on different parts in this list, and I have a reason. Because ghouls, I feel like, are a little bit more vague than zombies. I feel like ghoul is kind of anything that's like, it is undead, but zombies, like, specifically, they might be the same thing. Fine, let's Google it. What is the difference between a ghoul and a zombie? A zombie is more of the typical Walking Dead type of undead, a largely mindless, shuffling, animated corpse. A ghoul is more of an undead creature which eats dead bodies. Okay, it's not mindless, and it has an ability to cause temporary paralysis. Well, I never heard of the paralysis thing. Also, I knew they were, what the hell? Get out of here. I knew they were different. I just didn't know exactly how. Like, that was kind of what I thought. I definitely didn't know the paralysis thing, though. I don't think anybody does. But yeah, I think I'm saying a ghoul is creepy because, like, it's not existentially creepy, but that's the only reason I'm not putting it in spooky, because it is just like, it's terrifying being chased by a ghoul because it's not mindless. It's just hell-bent on fucking killing you. Zombies are mindless, so they're definitely less scary. But a ghoul, that shit just likes it, and it likes eating you. So ghoul is basically just a scarier zombie. That being said, let's go on to Dracula. This seems to be Count Chocula, but we're gonna rank him as just regular Dracula because I don't really know what Count Chocula is. So let's go could be scarier. It is a human. He's like the Lord of Death. It depends on the lore, but he is like the Lord of Death. So he is scary, but he's still like, he's just Dracula, you know? I see Nicolas Cage when I think of Dracula, but he's just not that scary, you know? And it might be because I'm looking at this picture. But like sometimes Dracula is like a straight up, looks like a ghoul. Like I just described a ghoul. Sometimes Dracula looks like that. Then he's scary. But when he literally is just a like Adam Sandler with slick back hair, Dracula's not scary. He's dangerous, but he's not scary. Like if you're locked alone in a room, he's a guy. Being locked in a room with any older guy is gonna be scary. He's just got big teeth at the end of the day, and he wants to suck you off. But I'm putting him above the dudes with knives because they're just dudes with knives. Like, come on, who cares? The Wicked Witch of the West. The fact that she's kind of bad makes me want to put her lower actually. I want to put her lower than she should be on Spooky. Adorable for sure. You know what? Not even scary. She's adorable. She's a handsome lady. Adorable. I don't even have to explain anything. She got crushed and her feet were sticking out. That's not scary. Actually, wait, that was the different one. So it was the Wicked Witch of the East with the pretty feet. They probably look the same. Who cares? Jack Nicholson. I'm not even gonna go off him in the movie because I don't really remember the movie. But let's just say regular Jack Nicholson. Definitely creepy. He's a creepy guy. He's scary. I'm not making a joke as in like I don't know if he's done anything really weird in Hollywood that I should know about that most celebrities do. But I know that he's a little bit spooky. You know his face? It's like, it's spooky. He's got a spooky face. Look at that face. That's not even a spooky one. That's just his like iconic one, and I would recreate it, but I wouldn't even show it. So I would edit it out. Anyways, regular Jack Nicholson is creepy. He's a spooky guy. Mr. Oogie Boogie from A Nightmare Before Christmas. God, that's hard. I don't even know how to rank him. Let's go spooky. Let's think of him as a real character that is literally a sack of bugs. That is horrific. If I got trapped inside of a game show and that was the host and he turned into bugs and started wrapping around me, yeah, I'd be scared shitless. All right, he's spooky. He just knows how to creep you out with his lines. He has some very spooky lines, and I don't like his lines because they make me spooked out, and I don't like it. Ooh, this chair goes back really far. Spoilers. I'm gonna put this ahead of where I actually said it, but there's spoilers ahead because there's spoilers from Agatha All Along if you care. We're watching Agatha All Along right now. Me and the old lady here. And this is there's like a demon that pops out. This might be a spoiler. What?
You told me not to put that in.
I put it in.
But you said it was going to be a spoiler, so don't.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And you can go with it.
Okay, we're just gonna go with it. There is a scene in Agatha All Along where there's like a curse, and the curse turns into a manifestation of like into a real like physical thing. That's just scary. It was way too scary for no reason. It was Agatha All Along. It was a silly little show, and then it showed this motherfucker. Oh my god, why did they do that? That's so scary. I don't even know whether to put it in spooky or creepy because I wasn't scared, but like the setting wasn't scary, but looking at that thing was horrifying. Whoever designed that did a good job. Let's put in I'm putting it in creepy because I want to keep the spooky stuff to stuff that really personally freaks me out. Let's go creepy because it's really creepy. You look at that guy. It looks like Eddie from Iron Maiden. To our next piece of Agatha All Along. It was just her while she was possessed. I debated putting her or the the Exorcist movie where like the girl gets possessed, and I just decided to go her because I also did another Agatha All Along one. She hardly even scary, really. She just looked like old Agatha, which she was scarier than she had to be. Like the makeup was good. They did good makeup. But like it's still just like a possessed person. It's not that scary. If you're watching a movie, it's probably not gonna scare you that much. Moving on to the non-spoiler section. Danny Gonzalez, but as Daddy Vampire. Daddy Vampozales is gonna go in could be scarier. Nope, he is a spooky boy, so he's going in spooky. He's a spooky man, you could say. Spooky guy even. You know, he could even be a spooky hoe. So we're gonna leave him in spooky. The creature from Malignant. I feel so dumb right now because I memed on this movie. Not in a bad way. I actually really liked the movie. But I memed on the like bad guy from it because his name was so funny. Okay, wait. What is the bad guy from Malignant? Gabriel. Yeah, okay, Gabriel is a funny name, especially to be like a scary character. It was a scary movie. Like there was scary stuff going on. It was just good. It was more good than it was scary. I really liked that movie. But yeah, I'm gonna say spooky because definitely spooky because the lore behind it was horrifying. Like, it was some scary stuff. Like, if you thought, okay, spoilers here if you haven't seen Malignant, but or if you care. But the main girl has like a tumor in the back of her head that's also her twin. Well, it's basically her twin that they called a tumor because when she was born, she had like a whole skeleton creature on her back that was her brother, that was evil, and it was attached to her, and it has super strength for some reason, and it's like killing all the doctors, and it's just being a total silly goofy guy. But then they finally like cut all its arms off, and then they like crunch his head into the back of her skull so she gets headaches and stuff. Anyways, long story short, there's a creepy little demon baby thing in the back of her head, and it likes to creep out in the middle of the night and murder people. It is a scary thought. Like, if my head busted open in the middle of the night and then my arms flicked backwards so that my little demon brother could run around killing people with the back of my body, yeah, that's pretty spooky. Maybe that might even be like one of the top ones. If I were to rank the top list, it'd be in the top ones. Top 3 for sure. Okay, this is the kid from Pet Sematary. There's a specific scene. It's the old Pet Sematary. There's a specific scene where this kid is underneath a bed and he cuts someone's Achilles tendon, and that haunted me for years after, like, when I was a little kid. I always thought about that. Still, sometimes when I'm standing on the edge of a bed, all I can think of is a little tiny baby cutting my Achilles tendon. So just the fact that it's a child, I'm going in spooky. Like, it's really spooky to think about. Just a little spooky little kid cutting your ankles, not cool, man. I don't like going in spooky. I don't like it. This is the Velocipaster. If you haven't seen it, it's the greatest movie of its time. I believe 2017. Great film. 10 out of 10 on whatever it was. I'm gonna say adorable. That's right, you heard me. It's adorable. If you didn't get a look at it, it may look scary. But let me tell you, when I was watching this movie, I felt nothing but love for this guy. This random Velocipaster, which is, if you weren't sure, a velociraptor that a pastor turned into. Pretty interesting stuff. I felt for him when he was killing random ninjas, which were in the movie for some reason. It's a very racist movie, which isn't cool. But if you want to watch it, you should, because it's pretty bad. It's one of those so bad it's good movies for half of it. And it's a short movie. It's like 45 minutes. Half of it is so bad it's good. Half of it is just unwatchable. So you can go on your phone. You don't need to know the lore. There's like, I watched it like 5 times. No idea what the story was. Anyways, let's go on to Leatherface. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is Leatherface. I chose a bad picture because I chose this one. This is Leatherface. Like, you know, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? That's his like name if you didn't know, Leatherface, which is pretty dumb. I think the Chainsaw Massacre is a lot scarier. Yeah, he's a spooky guy. He's another guy with a mask with just has a weapon. So I think I have to put him, I'm gonna put him in Could Be Scarier just because his mask is a little scarier than the other 2 guys. And he has a chainsaw, which is objectively a lot scarier than a knife. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. Also, he's like always covered in blood. Like, what? Why? Sounds like the chainsaw covered him in blood. How stupid is that? It runs on oil. Let's go to zombie. And this is the zombie from not Monsters vs. Aliens, Plants vs. Zombies, which is a absolutely fire game. A+ for me. It's a 10 out of 10 on the Axolotl Raider scale. Yeah, it's adorable. Look at that thing. It's so cute. So, in general, if I was talking about just a zombie, I would put it in hardly even scarier. No, Could Be Scarier. The only thing really scary about a zombie, like the only thing, is that it turns you into a zombie as well. That's really the whole thing, is that like society ends. Zombies aren't scary other than that. Ghouls are way scarier for every reason, honestly, because the only thing about a ghoul is I don't think you turn into a ghoul. Okay, so that's the difference too. Let's move on. I don't really care about zombies. I don't think you do either. All right, I'm gonna cover him last. Freddy Krueger, otherwise known as Kinky Fingers, because his back scratchies would go very hard. Definitely creepy. Definitely creepy. Because he sneaks into your dreams. He's really just a funny guy with knife hands, but he's in your dreams, and that's what makes him creepy. I would say hardly even scary if he wasn't supernatural. Like, if he was just another dude with a knife or with knife fingers and a mask, it wouldn't be scary. But since he's basically a ghost that can fuck you up, let's go creepy, because he is funny, but when you know that he can kill you in your dreams, yeah, it's a little scarier when he's cracking jokes.
I am the Wizard Master! Sorry, kid. I don't believe in fairy tales.
And he says bitch a lot, which is funny. It's funny in like the way Smosh used to say bitch, because he's about to kill these people, and they're just like, where are you going, bitch?
We'll see, bitch. Bon appetit!
It's I don't know why he does that, but it's funny. It doesn't age well. Okay, Morbius, aka the scarier version of Dracula. Why is he scary? Because Jared Leto plays him, and he is a fucking weirdo. He sent dead rats, and I believe he used, I can't remember if they were used or unused, but condoms to Margot Robbie and his other crewmates while he was the Joker, because he was trying to be creepy, a creepy, crazy Joker guy. Well, let me tell you what, he was a creepy, crazy Joker guy, but not in the fun way that is the Joker, more of in like the creepy way that Diddy is. Yeah, Diddy Leto's gotta go. This is Moaning Myrtle. She is in Harry Potter 2 or 1. We both think, me and Cameron here, think that she's in the second one first. Who knows? It's Harry Potter. There's a lot of movies. Anyway, she is adorable.
A show! Let's all throw books at Myrtle because she can't feel it. I was just sitting in the U-bend thinking about death.
If there was a ghost in my house and it sounded like its balls just got put on a big old block of ice, I don't think I would be scared. I think I would think it was adorable. I'd be like, oh, poor guy. He's got such chilly balls. Second to last, this is Edward Scissorhands. Now, Edward Scissorhands is a silly little guy because he's another Tim Burton character and he's played by Johnny Depp. Love Johnny Depp. This look kind of, I'm saying adorable too, because he's a pretty guy. He really is. He looks good. His mouth is sewn shut, which a lot of people tell me that they wish my mouth was shut, so I envy him quite a lot. Honestly, he's just adorable. He does nothing scary in the entire movie. The only reason he's on this list is because I like the movie. Yeah. Anyways, let's get on to the final pick, not Casper, Batman. Now, why did I choose Batman to be the final guy? Because he's terrifying. Now, if you don't believe me and you think he's just some dude in some pajamas, watch the opening of the Batman. Like, any time that you see Batman from a criminal's perspective, that shit's scary. Like, not only he looks scary, sure, but it's more of the knowledge of who he is. Like, if you see this dude with his cold ass eyes walking out like he's gonna fucking kick your ass, and you know he's gonna, that's terrifying. And he could be anywhere. He could be in the shadows. He is the shadows. A little bit spooky there. He's a dude who never let go of his parents' death, and he blames random dudes for it, and that is pretty creepy. It's projecting, I feel like. Maybe he blames himself for his parents' death, and that's why he beats the shit out of other people. Either way, a little bit of a wiener move, but terrifying. Absolutely spooky. I just want people to know how spooky Batman is. Spooky Batman is probably the most spooky. Let's put him at the front. Most spooky. Monster House doesn't want to give up. Oh, yeah, this kid's pretty fucking scary, actually. That's the video. Subscribe if you wanna. Subscribe if you want to become the real Mr. President of the United States, as we do not have a real Mr. President of the United States. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This is our Halloween spooky episode. We got really spooky today. We did a bunch of spooky stuff. I appreciate you for watching, and check out my new music, my spooky music. I made some spooky songs, and you should probably listen to them because they're very spooky. Goodbye. Peace. Currently washing the haircut. I didn't show you it before I'm gonna style it, but I will show you it after I get out of the shower. Plus, I'm gonna shave my mustache, so you'll get to see that. I have not shaved the mustache yet, but I'm gonna do the style. So this is the Wolverine costume. I did the hair. It's all done. She cut it. She did great. Thank you, Cameron. And I cut the mustache, and I smoked a cigar. I put the costume on. I'm feeling pretty Wolverine-y. Feeling like a Wolveriner. Wolveriner.